Hello, welcome to this first video class on basics of Excel. So in this Excel class I will teach you the basic data selection techniques. Okay, data selection is very important sometimes because when you have huge data, then the selection of the data is very essential, and we should know some of the techniques to select the data so that we can save our time instead of taking much time for data selection only. So in this video I have listed out some of the data selection methods, and at the end I will tell you which method of data selection is the fastest one. Okay, so the very first method of data selection is the mouse selection. As you can see here, when I move the cursor where I need to select the data, okay, so from there onwards you can click and select. So this is the one method of data selection, okay, mouse selection. So this data selection techniques of mouse selection has it has several drawbacks. For example, first of all, you should have a mouse. Okay, so with the mouse you can select it very fast. Okay, and this data selection method is useful when you have a small amount of data like this. Okay, in this particular case, mouse selection becomes the fastest technique. The second technique of data selection is shift plus arrow keys. So suppose if you want to select this data, you can come here to the first cell and you can use the shift plus and shift button and other arrow keys. So shift plus up or shift plus down arrow keys will help you, or left and right arrow keys will help you to select the data. So this is another method. Again, this is not the fastest method. Actually it is a time consuming method, because to move each column and row you have to select individually. Okay, arrow keys you have to select individually each time. So that is another method of data selection. And one more method is the name box. So what is name box? Name box is here. You can type the range what you need to be selected. For example, my data, this particular data is from cell number E2. This is column number E and row number 1. So it is E1 to G12. Okay, G column 12. So that range you can write here. Suppose if I type E1 is to G12 and press enter button, so the data range will be selected. So that is another method of data selection, that is the name box. And then column name or row number. So you can see here, this is the column E, column F, column G, and similarly you can see here row numbers 1 2 3 4. Okay, so these are the row numbers. By clicking here on the column name, you can select the column, but here entire column from top to bottom it selects. Okay, not the particular data set what you need. So if you have some other data set here after this particular first table, then it becomes very that particular method will not be useful for you. So but that is one of the methods of selection. Okay, you can select multiple columns by clicking and dragging. Okay, similarly you can select the columns by clicking on the rows by clicking on the row number 2 4 5 like that. Okay, so that is another method of selection. Then last one is non-adjacent rows and columns. Suppose you want to select column E and column G simultaneously, then it becomes difficult, because you cannot do that by using click and drag. Okay, so mouse selection will not help you here. In that case, what you have to do is you have to click on one column and select it, and then you have to press and hold control button. So control button and then click other column which is non-adjacent, okay, which is non-continuous. So you can click on that column, and that is how you can select multiple columns as well as multiple rows, okay, and that is possible in case of multiple cells also. For example, I am selecting this cell and then press and hold control button. I am selecting another cell, okay, another cell. So press and hold control button and click the necessary cells whichever you need. So that is another method of data selection. So among this, one of the fastest method of selection is the last one, which I have not typed here. I will be going to type now. So that is control plus shift plus arrow keys, okay, control plus shift plus arrow keys, they are considered as the fastest method of data selection, okay, control plus shift plus arrow keys. So for example, if I click here, if I want to select this table, so control plus shift plus right arrow key, down arrow key. So this is the fastest method, and this is useful when you have huge amount of data. You can easily and quickly select the data. So these are the various data selection methods, important methods. There are many other methods of data selection. Importantly, these are the methods. That's what we learn in this particular video. Thank you.